Hey guys, I'm back. I'm Samantha and I'm a therapist and I'm creating a video every day for a year, and this is video 215. Have not stopped yet. It's crazy. It's 215 videos in. Wow, that's a lot. And every day I'm like, what am I going to talk about today? And there's no plan. So here we go again. I'm coming off of about 8 hours of sessions today. And yeah, my brain is a little mushy. So we're going to see what comes out of my mouth today. So please forgive. Please forgive, give me some grace. So I appreciate whatever you can give me today. So I wanted to talk about some triggers, I think, because that's like a theme that I noticed today with people, and just how to, this is something that I practice where I decided that I didn't want to harbor or keep inside of me negative emotions as much as possible. I'm starting to look at my body as like this, I guess a vessel, we'll call it. Like this body can only accept love, peace, joy, abundance type of thoughts. So I kind of just decided like that's how I want to live. And so anything that doesn't match that means I'm not in alignment with who I'm trying to be. And so I just decided that's who I want to be. So what I do is I practice thinking, okay, like I'll have a trigger that comes up and I'll just feel it. I'll say, okay, this made me feel misunderstood. This happened actually a little bit ago. This trigger came up and it made me feel misunderstood. And why did that make me feel misunderstood? And why does that even matter? And what was this linked to from the past? And all of these things. What feeling do I feel? Where did I feel it in my body? That type of thing. And so you just kind of process it. And then you also say to yourself, hey, this thought is not congruent. This doesn't match with the thoughts that I want to keep in my body. And you just kind of notice what thoughts are helping me and what thoughts are hurting me, what thoughts are loving to myself, what thoughts produce joy and peace, and just any feeling you're wanting to feel, passion, excitement, abundance type of feelings versus scarcity. And so I started thinking in terms of energy, of course, like only those good thoughts can inhabit this vessel, and so this avatar that I am. And so that's how I'm going to start living my life, is thinking from that level. And then I look at it like it's a form of self-care. Like you're just really caring so much about yourself that you're not willing to entertain thoughts that hurt you. And so thoughts that hurt you could be in the categories of blaming, shaming, comparing yourself to someone, complaining about something, any of those things. Even though they're valid, you want to acknowledge them and say, this is valid that I would think this. I get it. This is totally valid, but is this congruent with the body that I'm wanting to create here? And so, I've been changing so much. I don't know if it's these videos that I'm doing every day. I don't know what it is, but I'm changing so much. And there's so much fire in me to want to start from this. I almost look at this as a good foundation to start from. Like, what thoughts do I want to inhabit my body? And then you just move on from there. And it's making me want to, I'm wanting to grow more muscle than I've been interested in growing, and I've been wanting to eat different things lately, and I got a food processor for the first time. I have a 3-cup food processor, but it was way too small, so I got a 9-cup. Dude, that thing is awesome. I don't know how I lived without it. I'm gonna make salsas and I'm gonna do so many things, and I can't wait to use it to make healthy things. And so I don't know, something just got into me, and I made these carrot cake truffle things that were really healthy, and they were so delicious. And so it's just things like that it's almost like when you start actually caring about yourself more and more, you're going to start being attracted to new things that you're going to want to do. And you're just going to feel different. It's so cool. And the more you care about your thoughts that you're entertaining, and the more you care about feeling good, then your thoughts are going to change, your circumstances will change, all your behaviors will change, which changes your circumstances, your choices will change, all of those things. And so keep your thoughts high frequency. So you want to think about the things that you love. If you are having a problem with somebody, notice, okay, what triggered me? What feeling do I feel? What emotion do I feel in my body? Feel the feeling, and then you move on from there, and you can mentally send love to that person. That's another thing we can do. And I've been doing that for years. And it just helps to transmute that energy that just does not feel so good. And you don't have to talk to somebody or text them or anything. You can do all this work energetically, and it's all going to come back to you. And it just feels so much better. You do these practices not to let somebody off the hook or ignore what's going on in your life or anything like that. It's just, it's noticing, it's taking your, like noticing what you're aware of, and it's processing it in a way that makes sense and that to you. And then it's changing the energy, literally transmuting the energy around it, alchemizing it. You're an alchemist. You didn't know it, but you are. So you alchemize this energy and you send it out to the person that hurt you, even if you want to. That's a form of forgiveness, which is forgiveness is just letting go of resentment. And I look at it like, if you forgive yourself and you can forgive other people, which is, of course, we always say, well, forgiveness is hard. And it's like, if you're not forgiving, which is only letting go of resentment, it's just changing the thoughts inside of your mind about these people and yourself as well. You're almost like you're holding on to that resentment in your body. So it's alive in you. So it's going to come out in some way. And the body can produce diseases from dis-ease, from a dis-ease, a mind in dis-ease, not feeling ease, of course, is going to produce disease in the body, because the mind or the body always follows the mind. Sorry, I'm tired. Sorry, guys. So the body always follows the mind. And so if we just remember that if I want to remain healthy in my body, I've got to remain healthy in my mind. Medicine works for the body and all those practices work, but it's also like we've got to take care of the mind that caused some of these issues as well. And so when we look at it like that, instead of, well, we're at the mercy of doctors and medicine, it gives us our power back and empowers us to really shift our mindset and over to health instead of, scarcity and fear and all those things that, create the unhealth, I guess we could call it, the unhealth. So the disease, dis-ease, all of the above, the bad feelings. So if you just make it your number one job to feel good and notice where your awareness is, and it's really just as simple as taking your focus off of something that doesn't feel good and putting it on something that does feel good. And I know that sounds so simple, but yet we do make it very difficult when it could be just as simple as, let's move our gaze over here instead of from over here. It's really that simple. But we tend to become addicted to our old thoughts that we've always thought, because a thought produces a chemical in our brains and bodies, and we get addicted to that chemical actually. But those thoughts are normally created kind of from the past. So we're addicted to these chemicals from the past. And so what we can practice is being addicted to the chemicals of our future by visualizing things that are occurring that we'd like to see occur, and practicing the feeling of what that would feel like to have that or be that. And then now you're teaching your body how to feel that future event that hasn't even happened yet, but you're creating these chemicals that you can start becoming addicted to those chemicals instead of the old past chemicals that you're addicted to. So that's another way to look at it too. And always imagine, like, if you had somebody that triggered you over this Christmas holiday, like we all probably did in some way, you just mentally have a conversation with that person how you wish it would have gone. And it's only to change your mental state, which is funny because it also, according to quantum physics and quantum entanglement, we all affect each other. We're all connected. So if we change ourselves internally, we will see that reflected in others. So you're actually helping people by transmuting your own energy, if you want to look at it like that. We're helping each other just by changing ourselves. And so, and also you're perceiving your reality from a totally different lens when you change the way you see yourself. So it's all about yourself. Just bring it back to yourself and give yourself what you've been needing. Give yourself what you didn't get yesterday, maybe. Whether it's, just good thoughts, or maybe you need to go buy yourself a gift, whatever you need to feel good. And just remember, you can create any state that you want to. It's just your imagination. It's just removing your imagination and your awareness from the left and moving it to the right. It really is that simple. We've just got to believe that it is. And you got to practice believing it. What if this could be true? What if I could do that? What if that could be easy? Wouldn't that be nice if that would be easy? Just play the wouldn't it be nice game. Wouldn't it be nice if I could do that? Just start there. And it's going to sound like a lie at first, but pretty soon you're going to realize that all those negative thoughts you think are also lies that never even needed to be present right now. So you get to decide what's present and what's not present for you. Isn't that cool? Isn't that nice? Well, I'm going to let you go because I got to get ready for bed soon. And there goes my light. So that's the end. So thank you guys so much for listening. Thank you guys very much for pushing me over 800 subscribers. You guys are amazing. This is so much fun. If this helped you at all, please share this with somebody who might benefit from it. And please like and subscribe if you feel called to. I'd love to have you here with me. And I will be back tomorrow. And you guys have a wonderful night. Bye.